I've had sleep paralysis on multiple occasions, particularly early on in high school, like freshman, sophomore year. I had a recurring one that happened for about a year or so. And anyway, it wouldn't happen every night, but it was a good handful of times a month that, this kind of thing would happen. And it would always happen the exact same way. I would be just falling asleep, and my eyes would just kind of be closing, and I'd feel like I'm falling, like out of a plane or like off of a cliff, and I would jolt awake, and I'd feel the energy in my body kind of wake up, but I could not move, and all of a sudden I'd try to move my hands, and my hands wouldn't move, and I'd try to look around, and I couldn't, and so I could only see what was in front of me or in my peripherals, and and it didn't last very long, like literally like maybe 30 seconds, a minute, and then I would wake up for real. But then it kept happening again and again and again. And every time it happened, the time stamp would get longer. And there would be kind of more new things that would happen. And so one night, it all kind of changed. I would prop myself up on a pillow, and I was congested or something. And anyway, so I slept kind of sitting up, and then when it happened again, I woke up. I saw this very tall man standing at the end of the bed, like tall as the ceiling, and he had this like dark veil type thing over him, cloak, I guess, like almost like a Dementor in a way, but just big, and there was a presence that you just felt like it was like you felt nervous, like almost threatened in a way, and so I couldn't move, couldn't do anything, and I could think rationally, and I could have thoughts go through my head. I almost felt like I could communicate through thoughts, but I mean it was pretty terrifying, So anyway, it kept going on and kept going on, and eventually he started moving closer and closer and closer, and so eventually what would start at the foot of the bed became right next to my head, and he would stand, right next to me, and just stand there, and it got pretty terrifying. And so then after again a year or so, it just kind of stopped happening. It kind of went away, and I've only had it one time since then, and it was like 2 years ago or something, and but it was different. I woke up, I didn't feel presence, I didn't feel anything like that. It only lasted maybe a minute, and then I woke up for real again, and I haven't had it happen again. So anyway, that's my sleep paralysis story.